What's up gamers, Jim here, and let's talk about the cloud gaming platform in general as well as platform wars. Platform wars have existed before I was even born, with the Nintendo versus Sega times back in the 1980s. Two fan sides battling it out until one company stops producing the console. Now, I really want to cover platform wars and what that means for cloud gaming and where we stand now and in the future. This was a discussion video that I wanted to make quite some time ago, but now I feel like it is the right time, especially with the latest news about Cyberpunk. Let's start off this discussion with platform wars. Why do we even have such a stupid, silly thing? At the end of the day, it's about the games itself and having fun with them and sharing your experiences with your friends. This is something we all agree on as gamers, but yet we still have platform wars. From my experience on why we even have platform wars seems very simple to me. Most gamers can't afford more than one console, let alone all three consoles. Yes, there are gamers who have 2 or 3 consoles, but majority of console gamers only have one console. Consoles are expensive and also the games are expensive too. When you want to play modern games, you need to make a decision because it's most likely that you will only own one console and stick with it throughout the generation lifespan on that console. So what do? Well, what you do is you research which console is the best for you, you ask your friends, you research online, you maybe look at your favorite YouTubers and see what they play on, or you might just go with the herd and pick the most popular console. Let's use this as a scenario for next gen consoles. Let's say that you've done all your research and you've decided to go with the Xbox Series X. And your reasoning for this is because it offers the amazing deal of Xbox Game Pass, and it's also the most powerful next-gen console. But months have passed by and you've enjoyed the Xbox Series X, and you love the console, and you love the games on there, but out of nowhere you meet a PlayStation 5 fan, and they just straight up come to you and just say, "Oh my god, you play on Xbox Series X? That console is garbage. All you have is Halo and Forza. We have God of War, Uncharted, Ratchet & Clank, Spider-Man, and so many more exclusives." And then you start questioning yourself, well, I think you have a point, but I've already spent hundreds of pounds on the console and games. I don't want to sell them just to buy a PlayStation 5 because I'll be losing a lot of money during the process of change. But then you further question yourself and realize why you even picked Xbox Series X in the first place. And then you reply back, well, we have the Xbox Game Pass. It's a very affordable option to get access to a lot of games for a cheap price. Our console is more powerful than yours, and more importantly, I love Halo and Forza, and that's not even on the PlayStation 5. And right there, and right there, you have two people fighting over which platform is the best. Long story short, you've done your research, you can only afford one, you stick with that one, someone comes up to you and pretty much says you made the wrong choice, but you still stick and defend it. That to me is what a platform war is in a nutshell. So why am I even bringing this up, or I want to talk about this? Well, Stadia and cloud gaming are experiencing the same thing. Gamers are so used to having platform wars that they forgot why platform wars even exist in the first place. Time and time again we see arguments and fights of xCloud is better than Stadia, but Stadia is better than GeForce Now, PlayStation Now sucks in general, and so on. Here I am sitting on the sidelines as a Stadia fan, just watching people argue constantly for stupid reasons and not seeing the bigger picture right in front of them. The reason why we have platform wars is because most gamers can only afford one, and they have every right to feel like they need to justify and defend their choice. But cloud gaming, we're not spending hundreds of pounds to pick one service. We can literally use all of them and we won't need to pay a lot of money. For example, we have xCloud, GeForce Now, PlayStation Now, and Stadia. What do they all have in common? None of these services requires us to spend hundreds of pounds. We can just focus on the games itself and make decisions on which game I want to purchase on which platform. So for example, Cyberpunk 2077. Unfortunately, the Stadia version is coming later this year, but you can still play this game on GeForce Now at day 1 in September. GeForce Now has a limitation of going up to 1080p 60 FPS, but maybe that's okay for you. Maybe you game at 1080p 60 FPS anyway. At least now you can play on ultra settings, and if you subscribe to GeForce Now, you can get ray tracing as well. And guess what? You didn't spend hundreds of pounds for this alternative option. I grew up with PlayStation since the PlayStation 1. In my whole lifetime, I never imagined that I would be able to play a PlayStation exclusive title on PC officially without emulators. But yet, here we are. I can go subscribe to PlayStation Now for a month and play Spider-Man on my PC. If I wanted to play an Xbox exclusive game, well, I can do that too. I can play exclusive Xbox games with xCloud. I'm sure at some point xCloud will be on PC too in the future, and I'm looking forward to that. And all these 4 major cloud services don't require me to spend a lot of money, and thus it doesn't make me want to just pick one service and stick with it forever. This is a Stadia channel, and I really love Stadia and the Stadia community, and Stadia is my primary platform to play on. However, time to time I will be using other cloud services too, because they are no cost to me. I have the freedom and convenience to choose all cloud services at any time. Just a quick mention, if you do choose GeForce Now for Cyberpunk, please make sure you try a free-to-play game on GeForce Now first before you buy the game, because all cloud services will give you a different experience in terms of quality, performance and input latency. Thank you for watching my video. This is Jem, and I'll see you on the next one.